this morning?
Oh,
Fantastic.
goodness me.
How are you guys?
We're good. We didn't see you that long ago.
No, you didn't.
And you kind of alluded to something coming.
Yeah.
He didn't break the code.
I saw Charlie talking on your show, and I was like, well done, Charlie. Well done. A little bit sneaky.
a little bit sneaky.
A little bit sneaky, but not
giving
too
a little.
much.
Teased us
Yeah.
enough. How
Yeah.
does it feel then, guys, to be back together?
It feels great. It feels good. You know, it's kind of it's been 20 years, which feels kind of like
it just
yesterday.
makes me feel old.
And it feels like 20 years ago. Like, especially when we hear What I Go to School For, like that feels like we wrote that when we were 16 in a bedroom.
And
Crazy,
it's actually really fun because you get all your friends back that are only your friends when you're in the band.
So, Matt, how did it work out? Who called who? How did it all sort of come together?
Well, we've been talking about it for a while. You know, 20 years is kind of a big thing. You know, and I think it just made sense. You know, I think
we had lunch.
We had lunch. We had a
Civilised.
chat. You know, James lives in LA, so it's difficult. You know, so
Do
we.
you, James?
I often get a call from James at about 12:30 at night. Just, all right, mate.
I get them at 2 in the morning.
Because you're waking up.
And I get 17 missed calls. I'm like, James, if someone doesn't answer you at 2 in the morning, there's a very good reason.
It's the only time I can call people because I wake up late. So
Yeah.
I have to do my English phone calls before I go to bed.
What's the actual plan? So, new music, tour, talk us through what's going to be happening.
So we've announced a big tour
In September.
which is massive, and we're really excited about it because it's kind of like it's a celebration of Busted. Like, we've really kind of gone, right, okay, if you're a fan of Busted, we're going to give you everything you could possibly dream of.
This is the
You
tour,
know,
guys. This is the one
tour.
to come to.
You know.
And this is a stadium. This is no messing. This is proper.
It's
stadium
big,
tour.
it's big shows. It's big shows. You know, like
Massive.
I mean, it's terrifying. You know, when you look at the amount of tickets we've got to sell. But it's but you know, we forget about that and we just kind of get on with just being a band. You know, but because of that, we kind of thought, you know, greatest hits is a weird thing. You know, because you've kind of got it on Spotify and your iPhone or whatever you want. You can kind of go in and kind of listen to your favourite songs, you know. So we were like, what can we do? So we went back in the studio and we re-recorded all of our kind of big hits like we play them now.
Right.
You know, because we're 20 years older. We're 20
Featuring
years
all
better.
the people we love.
Yeah, there's
featuring
lots
all
of
our
features.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I've
we
seen
brought
that.
our mates in, brought fans of the band in, brought kind of like people that we're fans of. You know, we've kind of done collaborative thing with them, and it's mega.
It's all very exciting,
That's
Jamie.
amazing.
Yeah, and it sounds fantastic. And a couple of people said, "Oh, McFly involved. This is not. This is a Busted thing, right?
It's a
There's
busted
not-
thing.
Yeah.
But we have tapped them up and we have asked them to go on the features album. Right. You know, because I mean, me and Tom, our kids go to the same school, so I see him at the school game. I'm like, Tom, will you be on our album, please? It's like, yep.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, great. So that's done.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Will you be taking the kids, Charlie?
I'm going to bring the kids. My kids are so excited about going on a tour bus for
Yeah.
the first time.
Yeah.
So I am going to try and bring them, maybe for an afternoon. Maybe sleeping over is too much on the bus.
Do a matinee.
Exactly, a matinee. Do you know what I mean? Give them some food on the bus, maybe play some PlayStation. Just make them feel like they're
They're
you know.
there.
And then they're going to come to a show, I think. But they've never seen me play a proper show, so it's going to be
I was
like.
going to
and-
say, all the same for you, Matt.
Yeah, well, my older two have.
Yeah.
And but it was cool when they came. Now they're like, that's not cool. So they're kind of a bit blasé about it. But my youngest, Trixie, who's 6, has never really seen us play. She came to us like a festival when she was like 6 months old or something. But she's never seen us play, so she's
Oh my
well
God.
excited.
Also, Charlie's kids only seen him as a rhino.
Yeah, exactly. That's the extent of them seeing me play, which is quite.
What do you mean you don't have to wear the mask? Yeah.
Now, we've been asking some of your fans to send in questions for you to find it. We've called it actually. It's we're busting busted myths.
Okay.
So we have
Myths about the band.
Comes the
myths
myths.
about the band. So we've got a few fans who want to ask you some questions. We've got Roma up first.
Hey, it's Roma here. Love that you're going back on tour. I can't wait. My question is, in your song What I Go to School For, you mentioned Miss Mackenzie. Who actually is Miss Mackenzie?
Who is Miss Mackenzie?
I think this is a question for me. I had a real crush on my teacher. Her name was Michelle Blair.
Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning. You know,
Miss Blair
Have you spoken to her?
she's Miss Blair.
Have you spoken to her since?
She's been haunted by this her entire life
Oh, she
now.
has.
And she's very aware of it. I talk to her all the time. You know, I haven't got with her ever, which kind of ruins the
still time.
song. There's still time. There's still time. Exactly, James. There's still time. You know. So, but yeah, I fancied the pants out of her, and I think everyone did. Like all the guys in my class, all were all crazy about her.
Popular teacher. by the
Popular
sounds of
teacher.
things.
Yeah.
Okay, good song. Thanks for that, Roma. Next up, we've got.
Hey lads, Shay here. You have a hit song called Air Hostess. but I was wondering, have you ever been with one?
That's a bit naughty, isn't it?
That's a bit
That is a
cheap.
bit cheeky, Shay.
One does not kiss and
I
tell.
haven't. I've definitely been slipped the odd number from an air hostess before.
Do you remember that night in LA when we met the girls from the Virgin
Yeah.
flight? Yeah.
That's the best
Yeah.
uniform.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It was.
It's the one.
It was something about that. We had this one night in LA when we kind of got a flight there, and they had a bar on the plane, and we were just like literally, like there was one person behind the bar. All of a sudden, there was like 7 air hostesses behind the bar and
In
we just had
uniform?
in uniform. We just had this big party in the plane, and then we
Fantastic.
carried it on.
Oh,
in the
yes,
hotel.
I remember.
Yeah.
I
The
seem to-
rest will be left unsaid.
From the song, I seem to remember it happened over France, didn't it? Wasn't that the line in the song?
Yes.
It definitely
That's
did.
very observant of you, Jamie. That's
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Okay.
Wow. Sarah's up next. Morning, Sarah.
Hi, it's Sarah. I'm so excited that you're back together. My favourite Busted song is 3 a.m. When was the last time you were up at 3 a.m?
When James rang you?
Yeah.
Every night, yeah.
That's my favourite song as well. So I've got that in common with you. 3 a.m. When were we last up at 3 a.m.?
Probably, actually.
Probably last night?
Last night, yeah.
James is a nocturnal creature.
I tend to lie. I tend to favour the nighttime. Don't ask me why. But when I do actually get up in the mornings, I really do appreciate the mornings. So it's not that I have anything against the mornings. It just like swings that way. That I tend to be up at
You
night.
come to life at night time,
Exactly.
like a bat.
Kind of.
Yeah, I was actually up pretty much until 3 the day before the announcement because you still get nervous about these things. Do you know what I mean? You still wonder, does anyone care? Do you know what I mean? Like, and so you've always got those nerves. Like, the tickets go
Lots
on
of
sale on
people
Friday.
care.
I'm going to be freaking out, being like, ah! You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. it's terrifying.
It's scary.
It is scary, yeah.
Naomi's with us. Naomi?
Hi, it's Naomi here. Your second album is called A Present for Everyone, but what's the weirdest gift you've ever received from a fan?
Oh my God.
I
I
received hair trimmings from a certain place on the body.
Wow.
Taped to a card saying, what does it say?
It said I kept the card for quite a long time. It said just to be close to you.
Gee whiz.
It's romantic, isn't it?
Is it nice, Jamie?
There was
Is it nice?
sellotape. I mean,
You don't get those on Moonpig.
it's a bit serial killer, but I found it hilarious. It was on every tour bus we travelled on.
James, could you remember any?
I remember, do you know what? I've had some really great gifts, actually, from fans. I'm quite open about what I like. So I kind of, if people want to get me stuff, they know what to get me.
Back
Yeah.
in the day.
James got in early on
Yeah.
this with Jaffa Cakes. He sussed this out. That if you say what you like, the fans will bring it.
Literally, when we were first touring, what we used to travel around in the car we used to travel around was hundreds of boxes of Jaffa Cakes because everywhere we went, people just gave them to us because James said like Jaffa Cakes. It was annoying.
I remember coming
Everywhere.
back.
Just drowning in
I
Jaffa
have this
Cake.
memory
Drowning
coming
in
back from
Jaffa
a
Cake.
signing. We'd always travel back, to where we live from the signings, and I was sitting in the back of the car, and I had 3 bin liners full of Jaffa Cakes.
James, can you please say you like gold?
Okay, we got time for one more question. Here we go.
Okay.
Hey, Saf here. You've made my year going back on tour, guys. I've got 2 questions for you. My all-time favourite song is Sleeping with the Light On. Do any of you have any embarrassing habits? Also, any free tickets going? If you don't ask, you don't get.
Cheeky.
That is cheeky.
like
That
3
is
questions.
cheeky. Any embarrassing habits? Charlie smells everything.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, man,
Charlie's
does
a-
that.
No, I do that.
Do you
I rely
like a
on my
brand new
nose a
book or
lot.
a
I
new
love
electronic
old
equipment?
books.
Is that weird? Oh, no, just me? Seriously, like when you open an Apple
I take it
device-
back.
Yeah, no, it's just like,
I do smell everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's important.
You
Yeah.
like it just extra, though. You
I
like it-
am obsessed by it.
But it's not like a little sniff,
never
like he gets his
forget.
nose right in there.
Well, I'll never forget when I came to see Little Shop of Horrors
Right.
in the park
Oh,
with
yeah.
my children, and Matt played the dentist fantastically well. That's my 13-year-old, who is now 17, just went, "Oh my God, Mummy, that dentist smells amazing."
Oh, there you go.
Yes, and I told Emma, I said,
Really?
really, that's the first time she's ever made a comment about another man that's not her dad.
Really?
Matt
I
smells
think
good.
I was in a sequin miniskirt at the time as well.
So I think she loves all of that.
Yeah. So I was
Making impressions.
Yeah, you've got to smell good.
Busted are back for a 20th anniversary Greatest Hits tour. The tickets go on sale on Friday morning, 9 o'clock.
9 a.m. on
Yes.
Friday,
Get in
guys.
Let's
quick.
go.
You can be part of it. Hanson and New Hope Club, of course, will be on stage with the boys as well. It's been an
Yeah, man.
absolute pleasure.
Thank you for having
Busted!
us.
Thank you.